Yo, what is going on, guys? This is Swerve here and welcome back to another Jurassic World Evolution video. Now in today's Jurassic World Evolution video I have been very reluctant to make it, however in the best accordance for the public I believe this is probably the best choice. Now this is the only video I am going to make on it simply because I do not agree with making videos like this. I merely just need to cover some things and let you guys know so you can stop panicking, or you can panic. It's all dependent on you how you take this information. So recent let's say leaks have come out for Jurassic World Evolution, and we don't know if these are true or if they're false. However, I noticed that Evolution Square has also posted her video up on this, debating whether this is true or false as well, and loads of you guys don't know if it's true or not. What's very coincidental with me is that if you read this out, I'll quickly read this out. Back in January, a continuing mine leaked some vital information regarding the future of Jurassic World Evolution. This internet set in motion a change of major blah 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 blah, stuff for Frontier. And then they start talking about handing in mobile devices. Bear that in mind. For the info dumped, bear it in mind they are developing Jurassic World Evolution 2, which is supposed to happen. We plan to release one smaller DLC pack for JWE, Mosasaur tank and stuff like that. Small carnivores will have unique mechanics, climbing fences. Now, you guys have probably read this, and I'll go over it in this video, don't worry. However, in late January, I received an email from somebody at Frontier. Now, I'm out of this, verity, I am not going to state their name. I'm not going to say anything, so everything that is pretty much vital information has been blocked out and blurred out. Now, what they said in this email, as you can go over and pause the video, read it if you want, they mentioned how the Project Galileo is still in early development. As you can see, Tuesday the 28th of January 2020 is when I received this email. So they state that they are still working on Project Galileo. It's in early productions. They're using JWE, scrapped JWE mechanics, being moved from the current game to this one, such as a few raptors being able to climb. So does this mean new species of raptors? I don't know, I hope so. But also a Mosa tank is also in the works. It was planned for JWE but now moved to Project Galileo. So yeah, it pretty much adds up to what this leak is saying here. Finally, we have a team working on JWE. We have 2 DLCs planned for this year, rather than them just saying one. That could be because of coronavirus changing plans, you never really know. One is said to release on a 2nd year anniversary of JWE, June 12th. And what does this one say here? I believe it does say June 11th, so the date might be just changing every slightly. So yeah, these will both be dinosaur packs, which include 3 dinosaurs in each pack. Said dinosaurs are unknown to me, but I've overheard the Plateosaurus being mentioned, which is something that loads of people wanted, aka a Triassic period dinosaur pack. How does that sound? I know loads of you guys want it, but that's the email I received. Now, it does add up very similar to what we have received today, which is quite early in the morning if you ask me. Back in January, a contemporary, I can't pronounce that word, I'm sorry, of mine leaked some vital information regarding the future of Jurassic World Evolution. This incident set in motion a change of major changes with internal structure, and Frontier has since been extremely careful with who they share details. No surprise there. Understandable. Side note, office rumours began circling, suggesting that a handful of employees were having their work terminals and mobile devices confiscated and checked. Cannot verify, nor do I believe. Anyway, onto the info dump. Our JWE team is still in early phase of developing Project Galileo, which is the sequel. Several titles have been pitched already, ranging from Jurassic Planet, which is currently my prediction, Planet Jurassic Planet is what I said ages ago, or it could be called Jurassic World Cataclysm, which is also in the previous email if you want to go check that out. We now plan to release one smaller DLC pack for Jurassic World Evolution before shifting all resources and focus onto Jurassic World Evolution 2, which is very interesting. Where did the second DLC pack go? I don't know. The current target date is June 11th, and the pack will contain 3 new dinosaurs, of which I am uncertain. For JWE2, we have a pre-rendered aquarium and lagoon. The aquarium is expected to function similarly to the aviary introduced in the Return to Jurassic Park DLC, and houses smaller aquatic creatures such as Ichthyosaurus and Ammonites, whereas the lagoon is intended for larger creatures like Mosasaur, Plesiosaur and Tylosaur. Small carnivores will have unique escape mechanics, including climbing fences or digging beneath them. Small herbivores, that's quite cool, digging beneath them. Small herbivores that are unable to attack or defend themselves will not be able to escape. Instead, they will enter a depressive light state and slowly lose health. So, what can we take from this information right here? Now, firstly, take again, truckload of salt. I know loads of you love it when I say that, so here you are. Now, I don't know if I'm going to believe this. I wouldn't put your hopes up. Obviously, if this is similar to this email that I received, then January wasn't really when coronavirus was expanding too much. Yeah, maybe late January it was known about, but in the UK, where Frontier are based, it wasn't known about as much. We didn't have that many cases. I don't even think we had our first death, and now we're on like 30,000 deaths, which is crazy. But yeah, so it wasn't really known about. Now, with this being said, if it was known about, I guarantee that maybe some things will be changed, such as releasing only one DLC rather than 2 DLCs, and so on. Now, what they say here is basically saying about Jurassic World Evolution's team. So the team working on Jurassic World Evolution seem to be working on the next one. They haven't hired new people, they haven't hired a new team, they haven't made a new team. They have merely just used the same team for Jurassic World Evolution and shift their resources and focus onto Jurassic World Evolution 2, which is very exciting if you ask me, because Jurassic World Evolution is a good game, and I guarantee that these developers who have been here for such a long time on Jurassic World Evolution will know that these fans want these certain things added into the game, and they know that they can probably focus and pitch their ideas to Jurassic World Evolution 2 from what they've seen of the fan base of Jurassic World Evolution. So personally, I think that is a very good call on Frontier if they are doing stuff such as that. Now, where it goes for the name, if it does become Jurassic Planet, I'm going to be very, I don't know, like mixed feelings. I'm going to be proud I guessed that, but I only guessed that to see if Universal will not work with Frontier. If they do make another dinosaur game, they could call it Jurassic Planet, something like that. Now, if they do work with Universal, Jurassic World Cataclysm actually sounds like the best title. Now, Cataclysm does sound really, really cool. However, if we go on to the email, we also have a name here. Is one of them. Jurassic World title, Jurassic World Cataclysm or Ascendancy. Now, Ascendancy, if you go onto synonyms, funny enough, this is one of the words I knew. It linked to Dominion, which is very similar to, which is the name of Jurassic World 3. Jurassic World 3 Dominion. Jurassic World, what was it called? Where is it? Ascendancy, that's it. So it'll be Jurassic World Ascendancy, Jurassic World Dominion. Ascendancy and Dominion have pretty much the same meaning, so it does look like that could be the possible title. Now, I do hope that we see something like this, because it's pretty much a cool little thing if you ask me. But yeah, so moving on. We now plan to release one smaller DLC pack for JWE before shifting all resources and focus onto Jurassic World Evolution 2. The current target date is June 11th, and the pack will contain 3 new dinosaurs, of which I am uncertain. However, the previous person, I don't know who posted this, but the previous person actually did state that this may come out on June 12th, 2020, and this is June 11th, 2020. One day apart. And to be honest, Jurassic World Evolution released on June 12th. So, technically speaking, it makes sense to have it for its 2nd year anniversary if you ask me. However, said dinosaurs are unknown to me now, but I've overheard the Plateosaurus being mentioned. What is one dinosaur pack that loads of you really wanted? It's the Triassic pack, isn't it? And where's Plateosaurus from? Triassic pack. The Plateosaurus was in the Triassic era. Now, if that is the case, hopefully that 2nd DLC does come out, because I feel like having a Cretaceous dinosaur pack, Triassic dinosaur pack, and not having a Jurassic dinosaur pack for a Jurassic game, kind of, I don't know, mixed feelings on that again. But obviously you guys have your own feelings about that, so do let me know what you think about that in the comment section down below. But hopefully we do get that 2nd DLC. Whether it's in development now, whether they stop development for it, I don't quite know, but hopefully we get to see that in the future very soon. So, for Jurassic World Evolution 2, we have pre-rendered aquarium and lagoon. The aquarium is expected to function similarly to the aviary introduced in Return to Jurassic Park DLC and houses smaller aquatic creatures such as Ichthyosaurus and Ammonites. Now, what I imagine is what it means by the aviary. You're able to place down one building. Now, that building is going to be huge if you ask me, but you can actually look into it. Now, in the aviary, what we have for Return to Jurassic Park, you obviously have stuff where guests should be able to walk on, but they can't inside the actual aviary. So hopefully we get to see something like that, where you can actually see the guests walking through this building in the game, and it will look a lot better if you ask me. Now, If they are pre-rendered, it's going to be a little bit disappointing. Hopefully we don't have to come up with stuff like that. Hopefully we can have stuff where we can actually play about, because if you ask me, the fan base have been asking for aquatic stuff for such a long time, and to not be given it in this game, but then to give it limitations in the next game, it's kind of a kick in the teeth, if you ask me. So hopefully they work on that. Same with the where is it? Aquarium. There we are. Aquarium and lagoon. So the lagoon is identified for larger creatures such as mosasaur, plesiosaurus, and tylosaurus. Interesting that they named those. Maybe we are going to get those 3 and maybe 4 aquatics. That will be very interesting. I'm just looking forward to it. And finally, small carnivores will have unique escape mechanics, including jumping, climbing fences, and digging beneath them. Small herbivores that are unable to attack or defend themselves will not be able to escape. Instead, will act in a depressive light state and slowly lose health. Currently, to see what we have in this game, if you turn off breakouts. If you turn off breakouts and you don't give them any food or space or anything like that, they pretty much just look depressive, let's say that, and they lose health and they die slowly. But climbing fences or digging beneath them really is... I'm sorry, but I can just imagine the raptors digging really, really fast from Jurassic Park 2, and imagine that in Jurassic World Evolution 2. They're just digging, trying to get under. It's going to be really cool. However, apparently, according to this email, again, it's something that was supposed to be in Jurassic World Evolution, but sadly scrapped. So, yeah. Hopefully we get somewhat of an update in Jurassic World Evolution to maybe have this out. But release date in Jurassic World Evolution 2, I said May 2021. But I don't know anymore, if you were to ask me. It's a little bit upsetting, maybe June, late May, early June of next year. But because of the said pandemic, you never know what's going to happen. But in the meantime, I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. That's all I've got for information-wise for you guys. Now, if I feel uncomfortable about this video being up and it's got a bad response or something like that, I'm merely just going to take it down. It's a lot safer for everyone. But I feel like I am not breaking any guidelines here, and I don't think Frontier can get upset about this because it's not really much information, or any information, if anything, that we already knew from the previous thing. It's just a recap, if you ask me. But hopefully Frontier don't get upset about this. If they do, obviously, anybody, please do contact me. I'll be happy to take it down. But in the meantime, hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Like, comment, and subscribe, all of that good stuff. Hope you guys had a wonderful day. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Stay safe out there, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Bye-bye.